Joined by Koehn Ziemmer, the Prince George Cougars. Koehn, let's jump right into it. It's a week and a half or so away now from the start of the WHL season. You guys made the way down to the Lower Mainland last weekend and played a couple of preseason games. How's everybody feeling? With camp now in the rear view mirror, the preseason about half done. What's the mood like? What's the excitement level like in the Cougars dressing room?
Yeah, well, obviously all of us are pretty excited here to start the season. We should have a pretty good team, young team again, but I think everyone's amped up to get the season started.
You touched on it. You guys have been a young team now for a couple of years since you kind of joined the fold, first in the hub and then last year as well, one of the younger teams in the league. But as you guys grow, I mean, there has to be, a real sense of cohesion amongst you guys of the '04, the '05 birth year group. And I mean, just tell me about just progressing as Cougars, with guys like Riley Height and Riker Singer and the list goes on.
Yeah, we've got a young presence for sure, but I think our vets are really good this year, so they kind of lead the way. Obviously, we had a young team last year, so we got all the guys coming back from last year between the '04 and '05 group, so they're all really good players. So we should have a good year here.
How important was it for you guys to have made the playoffs last year? I know it didn't go the way you guys necessarily wanted it to go once you matched up with Portland in the first round, but to get over that hump and to get the Cougars back into the postseason had to have been a big moment for you guys as a group and certainly something to feed off of perhaps for this year.
Yeah, I think obviously last year when we got into the playoffs, there no one on our team had any playoff experience. So to get that under our belt coming into this year, I think we all know what it takes to do to make it there.
When you look at this Cougars team, what would you identify as some of the strengths and some of the things that might excite fans in Prince George this year?
I think we'll be a full all-around team here. Obviously, we got two drafted goaltenders there. We got 3D going to camp. So I think we're going to be a fast team, good team to watch, and we're going to be skilled.
How neat was it to see those two guys, Tyler Brennan and Ty Young, hear their names called at the NHL draft this summer?
Yeah, it was exciting. I watched the whole draft. Hearing their name, knowing who they are, it's special. They both work so hard to get there. So it's proud for them.
No secret, it's a big year for yourself as well, Colin. Both yourself and Riley Height. Your first year of NHL draft eligibility, and people have been talking about you as part of this class of 2005. Do you kind of try and shut out the noise a little bit? But maybe by extension, I mean, how excited are you to kind of get to go through this process? Having seen some of your teammates do it in years past, and to kind of experience what it's like to go through that process over the course of a season and leading up to an NHL draft.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good year. I think I'm excited for the year. I try to push out all the outside comments coming in, not let that get to my head. But obviously, you see a lot with the social media these days. So, yeah, I just think I need to play my game for the year. Obviously, Riley Height, we've been playing together lately. So I think he's obviously a good guy to play with for this upcoming year.
I mean, you guys do provide a bit of a 1-2 punch up front. You have 30 goals last year for the Cougars. I mean, as far as your on ice chemistry with him goes as well, what are some of the things that you guys do well together? Do you think?
Yeah, I think we always know where each other is going to be. We click together on and off the ice. We try to get along there, so it works out good.
Colin is now a third-year guy when you include the hub season with this Cougars organization. I mean, you touched on it. You guys were a young group last year, but you look at yourself being kind of trusted by the coaching staff in Prince George to be put in different roles as your career has kind of progressed. I mean, what does that say to you about just the trust that your coaches have in you to be able to get time on the power play the penalty kill, and be in all situations and be one of the go-to guys on this group?
Yeah, obviously our coaching does a good job of it, but getting everyone an opportunity to show what they're made of. So, just got to work for it. You gotta adapt to your role here, and I think our team's done a good job of that.
My last one for you, I'm not going to ask you to kind of play predictor or anything like that when it comes to the BC division, but boy, I mean, I would imagine, and I'll ask you, you guys must be chomping at the bit to kind of see where you stand against the Kamloopses, the Kelownas, the Vancouvers, and the Victorias this year.
Yeah, between what our preseason games, our young guys look really good this year. I think we'll be a really deep team from line 1 to line 4. So I think we should be right up there in the mix.